Hey guys, this is going to be my third update, I think, to Project Polish. I'm recording this a little bit early because I finished a polish, number one, and number two, I want to add a couple more polishes in since I finished a polish. So I'll start off with the ones that I have not touched. This is the Going Platinum from Wet n Wild. That's where I was last update and I haven't touched it since. And then I have Orly's Naked Canvas. I did touch this one. I tried to use it for a gradient, but it wasn't showing up, and I don't want to waste the polish like that, especially if it's not showing up. So you see the little mark right here. That's where, that's how much I used it. I didn't want to mark it because there's so little progress, and technically I didn't really use it for a full manicure. And then I have Got a Date Tonight from OPI. That's where I started off. I just spit on myself. And this is where I am now. Hopefully I'm not getting you guys dizzy by zooming in, zooming out, zooming in, zooming out. That's where I'm at now. I use this for a gradient, not only for my toes, but also for my hands. So that's the progress on that one. And then I have Sally Hansen Pacific Blue. Now this one right here, there was a lot of progress, but I had to add thinner twice, and each time it was about 8 drops because the recommended amount was not working for me. It was still too thick. So that was intro, first update, second update, and then this is where I am now. So not a lot of progress because I added so much thinner. I used this one and the next polish were my main focus this month, and it paid off. But the thing is that now it's so thick. This one, although it's very thick, it's still workable. I can still work with it. The next one, it was not workable towards the end. It was torture actually. So I'm going to be changing some things and I'll talk about it in just a second. So that's where I'm at with this one. And then I'll talk about the polish that I finished 2 updates ago. This was Nicole by OPI. It's just a little mini white one. Finished that one. This is my newest polish that I finished. This is Sugar Rush from Simple Color. Beautiful color, 2 to 3 coats. I think if you have short nails, you could do 2 coats, but most of the times I did 2 to 3. Depending. So this one right here, I started off right here, and then first update was very little. That was the second update, and then I'm completely done with this one. I'm done. The little ball came out too and everything. I used the heck out of this polish and Sally Hansen's Pacific Blue. They were my main focus, so that is all, pretty much all I wore. So the way that I like to do, or that I find that works Project Polish for me, because since these are so solely for my pedicures, what I do is I use a polish, like my everyday polishes that are on my rack, and then the next manicure will be a Project Polish, and then I'll keep alternating that way. That way I don't get bored, number one, because I'm using my nail polishes from my rack, but I'm still being productive because I'm using up my Project Polish. So this one, I used it for gradients. I did pedicures with it many times this month. With this one, I used it for just full manicures on its own as well. The thing with this one that's different from Sally Hansen, like I said, this one was workable, although it was thick. This one was not workable towards the end. I did spill the rest of it into a plate and did my gradient that way. That's how I finished this one off. So I think what I'm going to do moving forward, because this one right here, I have it as a full pedicure right now, and I topped it off with a glitter. It takes hours to dry, and I don't have that kind of time. I paint my nails at night, and I only give myself an hour for my nail polish to dry. If it's taking more than that, that's ridiculous to me. And I don't want to keep putting thinner because now I'm wasting my thinner, which is not inexpensive. So what I'm going to do moving forward is if a polish gets to where it's not workable or it's taking way too long to dry, I'm going to move it aside and pull in another polish so I can keep working on polishes. Because that's the whole point for me, is to try to work through polishes. So this one is completely done. So because that one is done, I'm going to add 2 more. I'm adding 2 because if this one gets to the point where, again, I said it's not workable, I'm just going to set it aside and call this one done. So I'm going to add these 2 from Sally Hansen. You guys are going to start seeing quite a bit of Sally Hansen. Sally Hansen are some of my oldest polishes, and one of them dried out completely, which triggered me to start pulling polishes that are really old. So you're gonna start seeing a lot of Sally Hansen. So this one right here is called Hot Magenta, and that's where I'm starting off. Right there. That's Hot Magenta right there. I'll show you guys a swatch of it. And then this is Lazy Lilac. This one's fell, so you guys may not see where it's settled in, but that's where I'm starting off with this one. I'm adding those two because I need a little bit more color. Where's my swatch wheel? Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is Sugar Rush, which is now done. This is Blew Me Away. This is the white one from Nicole by OPI, which I finished. This is going platinum. This one was decluttered. This is Naked Canvas. Got a Date Tonight from OPI. Lazy Lilac. And then Hot Magenta. So that is now my color wheel. Let me try to move this out. So these are now the polishes that I'm working with. I have 6 polishes that I'm working with now, which I'm really pleased with. Now I finished 2 polishes, one which is a mini and one was a full size. So I'm really pleased with that because on a regular basis I would never finish an entire polish in a year because I have so many of them. So really happy about that. I should have posted or popped in some pictures for you guys to see how I use some of my nail polishes this month. Not every picture, just when I had a chance to take it, or when I remembered to take it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.